somebody, you find a distinction in them. How do you know she's a great nurse?
What's the matter, Anne?
The woman hates you. She despises you.
Hey, what's hit you?
Chris,
What happened here?
you never... Why didn't you just tell me?
Tell you what?
She says they think Joe is guilty.
What difference does it make what they think?
I don't care what they think. I just don't understand why you took the trouble to deny it. You said it was all forgotten.
I just didn't want you to feel there was any trouble in you coming here, that's all. I know a lot of people suspect my father's guilty, and I assume there might be some question in your mind.
But I never once said I suspected him.
Nobody says it.
Chris, I know how much you love him, but it could never come between you.
Do you think I can forgive him if he done that thing?
I'm not here out of the blue sky, Chris. I turned my back on my father. If there's anything wrong here now...
I know that, Anne.
We're just coming from Dad, and I don't think it's with a blessing.
He's welcome here. You've got nothing to fear from George.
Tell me that. Just tell me.
The man is innocent, Anne. Remember, he was falsely accused once, and it put him through hell. How would you behave if you were faced with the same thing again? There's nothing wrong for you here, believe me. There's nothing wrong for you, okay?
All right, Chris.
Every time I come out here, it looks like playland.
I thought you shaved.
In a minute. Just woke up. Can't see nothing.
You look shaved.
Oh no. Gotta get extra special tonight. Big time tonight, Annie. So, how does it feel to be a married woman?
I don't know yet.
What's the matter? You slipping?
The great Rouet.
What is that, Rouet?
It's French.
Oh, Chris, don't talk dirty.
You ever meet a bigger ignoramus?
Well, somebody's gotta make a living.
What the heck's telling?
I don't know. Everybody's getting so goddamn educated in this country. There'll be nobody left to take away the trash. It's getting so only the dumb ones left of the bosses.
You're not so dumb, Joe.
I know, but you go into my plant, for instance. I got so many lieutenants, majors, and colonels, I'm afraid to ask somebody to sweep the floor. Gotta be afraid that you want to insult somebody. Yeah, it's a tragedy. You go out today and spit, you're gonna hit a college man.
Well, don't spit.
I mean to say it's coming to a pass. I've been thinking, Annie, your brother, George, when he come, I'd like you to brooch something to him.
Brooch.
What's the matter with brooch?
It's not English.
Well, when I went to night school, it was brooch.
Well, in day school, it's brooch.
Don't surround me, will you? Seriously, Anne, you say he's not well. George, I'm thinking, why does he knock himself out with that cutthroat competition in New York when I got so many friends down here? I'm very friendly with some of the big-time lawyers. I can help get George set up.
That's awfully nice of you, Joe.
It ain't nice of me, kid. I want you to understand. I'm thinking of Chris. When you get older, you want to feel that you accomplished something. My only accomplishment is my son. I ain't brainy. That's all I ever accomplished. Now, a year, 18 months, your father will be a free man. Who's he gonna come to, Annie? His baby. You. He'll come mad, old into your house.
That can't matter anymore, Joe.
I don't want that hate to come between us.
I can only tell you that that could never happen.
You're in love now, Annie. But I'm older than you, and I know a daughter is a daughter and a father is a father. And it could happen. When George comes, I'd like you and him to go to the prison and tell Dad. Dad, Joe wants to bring you into the business when you come out.
You have him as a partner?
No, no partner. Just a good job. To know that you got a place when you get out, it sweetens you. It'll take his bitterness away.
Joe, you owe him nothing.
I owe him a good kick in the teeth.
Then kick him in the teeth. I don't want him in the plant, so that's that. You understand me? Besides, don't talk like that. People misunderstand you.
I don't understand why she has to crucify them.
Well, if it's her father, if she feels...
No.
What's it to you? Why?
A father is a father. I better shave. I didn't mean to yell at you, Annie.
Let's forget the whole thing, Joe.
She's likable.
Shave, will you?
Right.
I forgot all about it. Hiya. I promised to fix Kate's hair for tonight. Did she call me yet?
Always a smile. Hey, Lydia.
Sure, why not?
Come on up and comb my Katie's hair. She's got a big time tonight. Make her look beautiful.
Oh, I will.
Hey, Yeah, that could be a song. Come on up and comb my Katie's hair. Come on up, cause my lady's fair. How's that for one year of night school?
What's the matter? Where is he?
Where's your mother?
Upstairs, dressing.
Where's George?
I asked him to wait in the car. Listen to me now. Can you take some advice? Don't bring him in here.
Why?
Kate is in bad shape. You can't explode this in front of her.
Explode what?
Oh, you know why he's here. Don't try to kid it away. There's blood in that boy's eye. Drive him somewhere and talk to him alone.
Don't be an old lady.
He's coming to take her home. What does that mean? You know what that means. Fight it out with him someplace else.
I'll drive him.
No.
Will you stop being an idiot?
Nobody's afraid of him here. Just cut that out. Hell of a way to do. What are you sitting out there for?
Doctor said your mother isn't feeling well. I was
Well, so what? She'd want to see you, wouldn't she? We've been waiting all day for you.
This shirt is filthy. Didn't you bring another one?
How about the beach, Jim?
Dear, we've been over this. It's too hot to drive.
How you get to the station? Zeppelin?
George, this is Mrs. Bayless. George. Mrs. Bayless.
How do you do? You're the people who bought our house, aren't you?
Yep. Come over later and see what we did with it.
I liked it better the way it was.
He's frank, isn't he?
We'll see you later. Take it easy, fellow.
Thanks for driving me. How about some grape juice? Mother made it especially for you.
Good old Kate. Remember my grape juice?
Well, you drank enough of it in this house. How have you been, George? Come on, sit down.
It takes me a minute.
What?
It seems impossible.
What?
I'm back here.
Say, you've gotten a little nervous, haven't you?
Yeah. Towards the end of the day. What are you, a big executive now?
Just kind of medium. How's law?
Oh, I don't know. When I was studying it in the hospital, it seemed sensible, but outside there doesn't seem to be much of it. The trees got thick, didn't they? What's that?
We had it there for Larry. It blew down last night. You remember.
Why? Afraid you'll forget them?
What kind of a remark is that?
When did you start wearing a hat?
Today. From now on, I decided to look like a lawyer anyway. Don't you recognize it?
Why? Where did you?
Your father's. He asked me to wear it.
How is he?
He got smaller.
Smaller?
Yeah, little. He's a little man. That's what happens to suckers, you know. Good thing I went to him in time. Another year there, there'd be nothing left but his smell.
What's the matter, George? What's the trouble?
The trouble? The trouble is when you make suckers out of people once, you shouldn't try to do it twice.
Well, what does that mean?
You're not married yet, are you?
George, will you sit down
Are
and
you
stop?
married yet?
No, I'm not married yet.
Well, you're not going to marry him.
Why am I not going to marry him?
Because his father destroyed your family.
Now look, George.
Cut it short, Chris. Tell her to come home with me. You know what I've got to say. That's not her.
George, you don't want to be the voice of God, do you?
I'm not trying to be the voice of
That's
God.
been the trouble all your life, George. You dive into things. What kind of a statement is that to make? You're a big boy now.
I'm a big boy now.
Just don't come bowling in here. If you got something to say, then be civilized about
Don't
it.
civilize me.
Are you gonna talk like a grown man or aren't you?
Sit down, dear. Stop being angry. Now, what's the matter? Well, you kissed me when I left. Now you...
My life turned upside down since then. I couldn't go back to work when you left. I wanted to go see Dad and tell him that you were going to be married. It seemed impossible not to tell him. He loved you so much. Annie, we did a terrible, terrible thing. And we can never be forgiven. Not even to send him a card at Christmas time. I didn't see him once when I got home from the war. Annie, you don't know what was done to that man. You don't know what happened.
Of course I know.
You wouldn't know, or you wouldn't be here. Dad came to work that day. The night foreman came to him, showed him the cylinder heads. They were coming out of the process with defects. There was something wrong with the process. So he went directly to the phone and called here and told Joe to come down right away. But the morning passed, no sign of Joe, so he called again. By this time, there were over 100 defectives. The army was screaming for stuff, but Dad didn't have anything to ship. So Joe told him, on the phone, he told them to weld, cover up the cracks in any way he could, and ship them out.
Are you through now?
I am not through now! Dad was afraid. He wanted Joe there if he was going to do it. But Joe can't come down. He's sick. Sick. He suddenly gets the flu. Suddenly. But he promised to take responsibility. Do you understand what I'm saying? On the telephone, you can't have responsibilities. In a courtroom, you can always deny a phone call, and that's exactly what he did. They knew he was a liar the first time. But in that appeal, they believed that rotten lie, and now Joe is the big shot, and your father is the patsy. So tell me, what are you going to do? Eat his food? Sleep in his bed? Answer me, what are you going to do?
What are you gonna do, George?
He's too smart for me. I can't prove a phone call.
And how dare you come in here with that rot?
George, the court.
The court did not know your father, Annie, but you know him. You know in your heart that Joe did.
Lower your voice or I'll throw you out.
She knows! She knows!
Just get him out of here, Ann. Get him out of here.
George, I know everything except it, but Dad told that whole thing in court.
The court
And
did
they
not know your father, Annie.
But he'll say anything, George. You know how quick he can lie.
I'm going to ask you something, and you look me in the eye when you answer me.
I'll look you in the eye.
You know your father.
I know him well.
And he's the type of boss to let 121 cylinder heads be repaired and shipped out of his shop without ever even knowing about it.
He's that type of boss.
The same Joe Keller who never left his shop without first going around to see that all the lights were out.
The same Joe Keller.
The same man who knew how many minutes a day his workers spent on the toilet.
The same man.
And my father, that frightened little mouse who would never buy a shirt without somebody along, that man would dare to do such a thing on his own.
On his own. And because he's a frightened little man, here's another thing he'd do. Throw the blame on somebody else because he's not man enough to take it for himself. He tried it in court, but it didn't work. But with a fool like you, it works.
Oh, Chris, you're a liar to yourself!
Talk like that!
What's the matter, George? The court record was good enough for you all these years. Why isn't it good now? Why'd you believe it all these years?
Because you believed it, Chris. That's the truth. I believed everything because I thought you did. But today I heard it from his mouth. From his mouth, it's altogether different than the record. Anyone who knows him and knows your father will believe it from his mouth. Your dad took everything we have. I can't beat that. But she is one item that he is not going to grab. Get your things. Everything they have is covered with blood. You're not the type of girl who can live with that. Get your things.
Annie, you're not going to believe that, are you?
You know it's not true, don't you?
How can he tell you it's his father? None of these things ever even crossed your mind?
Yes, they crossed my mind. Anything could cross your mind.
He knows, Annie. He knows!
The voice of God.
Then why isn't your name on the business? Explain that to her.
What the hell has that got to do with anything?
Annie, why isn't his name on it?
Even when I don't own it.
Oh, are you kidding? Who gets it when he dies? Annie, open your eyes. You know the both of them. Isn't that the first thing they do, the way that they love each other? J.O. Keller and Son? I'll settle it. You want me to settle it, or are you afraid to?
What do you mean?
Let me go up and talk to your father. In 10 minutes, you'll have your answer. Or are you afraid of the answer?
I'm not afraid of the answer. I know the answer. But my mother isn't well, and I'm not going to start a fight here now.
Let me go to him.
You're not going to start a fight here now.
What more do you want?
Someone's coming.
You won't say anything now.
You'll go soon. I'll call it Hannah.
You're coming with me.
And don't mention marriage because we haven't told her yet.
You're coming with
Do you
me.
understand me? Don't. George, you're not going to start anything here now.
Shh.
Oh, Georgie!
Hello, Kate.
Oh, you made an old man out of you.
Oh, I know. I've just been, working a lot. And
Look, you're gray. I told you when you went away to not try for medals.
I didn't try, Kate. They made it very easy for me.
Go on, you're all alike. Why did you say he looks fine? He looks terrible.
Make you feel all right.
What's the matter with your mother? Why don't she feed you?
He just hasn't any appetite.
If he ate in my house, he'd have an appetite. I pity your husband. Sit down. I'll make you a sandwich.
I'm really not that hungry.
Honest to God, it breaks my heart to see what happened to all the children. How we worked and planned for you, and you ended up no better than us.
You haven't changed at all, you know that, Kate.
None of us changed, Georgie. We all love you. Joe was just talking about the day you were born and the water got shut off. People were carrying basins from a block away. The stranger would have thought the whole neighborhood caught on fire. Why didn't you give him some juice?
I offered it to him.
You offered it to him. Give it to him. And now you're going to sit here and drink some juice and look like something.
Kate, I'm hungry already.
She could turn Mahatma Gandhi into a heavyweight.
Listen, to help with the restaurant. I've got a ham in the icebox and frozen strawberries and avocados.
Slow. I'll help you.
The train leaves at 8:30.
Oh, you're leaving?
No, Mother,
You
she's...
hardly got here. Give yourself a chance to get acquainted again.
Sure. You hardly know us anymore.
But if they can't stay...
No, Mother. It's just a question of George. He
Now
planned
wait
on...
a second, Chris.
If you want to go, I'll drive you to the station now. But if you're going to stay, no arguments while you're here.
Why should we argue? Georgie and us have no argument. How can we argue, Georgie? We all got struck by the same lightning. How can... Oh, did you see what happened to Larry's tree, Georgie? Imagine, while I was dreaming of him in the middle of the night, the wind came along and knocked the tree over. I saw it.
Georgie. Georgie.
Hey, Lefty, what'd you do, grow?
I'm a big girl now.
Look what she can do to a hat.
Did you make that?
In 10 minutes.
I only rearranged it.
You still make your own clothes?
Ain't she classy? All she needs now is a Russian wolfhound.
I feel like there's something sitting on top of my head.
No, it's beautiful, Kate.
She's a genius. You should have married her. This one can feed you at least.
Oh, stop that, Kate.
Didn't I hear you had a baby?
Oh, you don't hear so good. She's got 3 babies.
No kidding. 3.
Yeah, it was 1, 2, 3. You've been away a long time, Georgie.
I'm beginning to realize.
See, the trouble with you kids is you think too much.
Well, we think too.
Yes, but not all the time.
They never took Frank, huh?
Frank was always 1 year ahead of the draft.
It's amazing, isn't it? When they were calling boys 27, Frank was just 28. When they made it 28, he was just 29. That's why he took up astrology. It's all in when you were born, it just goes to show.
What does it go to show?
Oh, don't be so intelligent. Some superstitions are very nice. Speaking of, did he finish Larry's horoscope?
I was going in. I'll go and ask him. Do you want to see my babies? Come on.
I don't think so, Lydia.
Good luck to you, George.
Thanks. And to you. And Frank.
Oh, Frank! She got pretty, huh?
Very pretty.
She's beautiful, you damned fool.
She makes it seem so nice around here.
See, look what happened to you because you wouldn't listen to me. I told you to stay out of that war and marry that girl.
She's laughing.
And you didn't laugh enough. While you were getting mad about fascism, Frank was getting in her bed.
You won the war.
All the battles.
I'm smarter than any of you.
She's wonderful.
And now you're going to listen to me, George. You have big principles, Eagle Scouts, the 3 of you. Now, I got a tree. And this one, when the weather gets bad, can't stand on his own 2 feet. That big dope next door who never reads anything but Andy Gump has 3 children and his house paid off. Stop being a philosopher, George. Look after yourself. Like Joe was just saying, you move back here, we'll help you get set, and I'll find you a girl and put a smile on your face again.
Joe? Joe wants me here?
He asked me to tell you, and I think it's a good idea.
Certainly. Why must you make believe that you hate us? Is that another principle of yours, that you have to hate us? You don't hate us, George. I know you. I diapered you. Say, you remember Mr. Marcy's daughter?
She's got you hooked already.
Oh, you look her over, George. You'll see. She's the most beautiful woman.
She's got warts, George.
Oh, she hasn't got warts. So the girl has a little beauty mark on her chin.
And two on her nose.
You remember her father's a retired police inspector?
Sergeant, George.
He's a very kind man.
He looks like a gorilla.
He hasn't shot anybody.
Well, look who's here. George, good to see you.
How are you, Joe?
So, getting old. You coming out to eat with us?
I know, I have to get back to New York.
I'll call a cab for you.
It's a shame you can't stay. Sit down, George. You look great.
He looks terrible.
That's what I said. You look terrible, George. Yeah, I wear the pants and she beats me with the belt.
I saw your factory on the way here from the station. Looks like General Motors.
I wish it was General Motors. But it ain't. Sit down, George. Sit down. So I hear you went to go see Dad.
Yes, this morning. What kind of stuff do you make now?
Oh, a little of everything. Pressure cookers, an assembly for washing machine. Got a nice flexible plant now. How'd you find Dad feel?
He's not well, Joe.
Not as hard again, is it?
No, it's everything. It's his soul.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how about seeing what they did with your house?
Leave him be.
I'd like to talk to him.
That's how they do it, George. A little man makes a mistake, and they hang him by the thumbs. All the big ones become ambassadors. I wish you would have told me you were going to see Dad.
I didn't know you were interested.
In a way, I am. I like him to know, George, while he's in there. I like him to know that when he gets out, as far as I'm concerned, he's got a place with me.
He hates your guts, Joe. Don't you know that?
I imagined it, but that can change too.
Steve was never like that.
Well, he's like that now. He liked to take every man who made money in that war and put him up against the wall.
You'll need a lot of bullets.
And you better not get any.
It's a sad thing to hear.
Why? What'd you expect him to think of you?
It's sad to know that as long as I've known him, 25 years, that he's never learned to take the blame. You know that, George.
Well,
Because the way you come in here, it don't seem like you remember that. Like in 1937 when we had the shop on Flood Street, and he damn near blew us all up with the heater that we left burning for 2 days without water. You remember that?
yes, but I just...
It's okay, kid. It's good to remember those things. Like when he gave Frank the money to invest in oil stock.
I know that.
I'm just mentioning it, George, because this is just another one of a lot of things. Was it Frank's fault that the stock went down? To listen to him, Frank was a swindler. And all he did was give him a bad tip.
I know those things.
Then remember them, remember them. There are certain men in this world who would rather see everybody hung before they take the blame. You understand me, George?
The cab's on its way. Would you like to wash?
Why must he go? Think the midnight, George.
Sure, you'll have dinner with us.
How about it? Why not? We're eating at the lake. We can have a swell time.
All right.
Now you're talking.
I've got a shirt that'll go right with that suit.
Size 15 and a half, right, George?
Is Frank and Lydia coming?
I'll get you a girl that'll make her.
Oh, I don't want to date her.
I know someone just for you. Charlotte Tanner.
That's right, Carl Charlotte.
Call her up.
You can go up and pick out a shirt and tie.
You know, I never felt at home anywhere but here. It feels so... Kate, you look so young, you know? It rings an old bell. You too, Joe. You're amazingly the same. The whole atmosphere is.
Say, I ain't got time to get sick.
He hasn't been laid up in 15 years.
Except my flu during the war.
Huh?
My flu during the war.
Well, except for that flu. Well, it slipped my mind. Don't look at me that way, George. He wanted to go to the shop, but he couldn't lift himself off the bed. I thought he had pneumonia.
Why did she say
I know how you feel, kid. I'll never forgive myself. If I could've get on that day, I'd never let Dad touch those eggs.
You just said he's never been sick.
No, I said he was sick, George.
And didn't you hear her
Do
say
you
that-
remember every time you were sick?
I'd remember pneumonia. Especially if I got it just the day my partner was gonna patch up cylinder heads. What really happened that day, Joe? Kate! Kate!
Frank, did you see George?
Lydia told me. I'm glad to. You'll have to pardon me. Kate, I've got something amazing for you. I finished Larry's horoscope.
Oh, you'd be interested in this, George. It's amazing the way he can understand the stars and how the universe all
George,
works.
the girl's on the phone.
But he finished Larry's horoscope.
Frank, can't you pick a better time than this?
The greatest man in the world believes in the stars.
Stop filling her head with that junk.
Is it junk to believe that there's a greater power than ourselves? I've studied the stars of his life, and I won't argue with you. I'm telling you, somewhere in this world, your brother's alive.
Why isn't it possible, Chris?
Because it's insane.
Just admit it now. I'll tell you something, and you can do as you please. Just let me say it. He was supposed to have died on November 25th, but November 25th was a favorable day.
Why isn't it possible, Chris?
It was a day where everything was shining on him. The day he should have married on. You can laugh at it. I can understand you laughing. But the odds are 1,000,000 to 1 that a man can die on this favorable day. That's known. That's known, Chris.
Why isn't this possible? Why isn't it possible, Chris?
Don't you understand what she's saying? She just told you to go. What are you waiting for now?
Nobody can tell her to go.
Thank you for your trouble, darling. Will you tell him to wait, Frank?
Sure thing.
They'll be right out, driver.
Mother, she's not leaving.
You heard her say it. He's never been sick. He simply told your father to kill pilots and covered himself in bed.
Answer him, Annie. You better answer him.
I packed your bag, darling.
What?
I packed your bag. All you've got to do is close it. I'm not closing anything. He asked me here, and I'm staying until he tells me to go. Until Chris tells me.